gathering in the Turkish capital, Ankara, as well. But back in Istanbul, the chief of the army has just taken to the stage and is about to address the masses. Let's listen in to what he has to say. Following that, we will hear from the Prime Minister, Binali Yildirim, and closing the event will be President Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
Thank you very much. Distinguished President of the Republic, distinguished First Lady, distinguished 11th President of the Republic, distinguished Speaker of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Actually, it is me who is proud of you. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. Thank you. Distinguished Prime Minister, distinguished leader of CHP, distinguished leader of MHP, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests, and members of our noble nation, brave nation, I would like to greet you all with respect. Here, we stand here on this Democracy and Martyrs rally on the 7th of August, together with the chain of command of the Turkish Armed Forces, and it is a great honor for me to be here with you today. On the 15th of July, all institutions and organizations of our country came together, and they were subject to an attempt by these villains who have infiltrated in our Turkish armed forces, the members of the Gülenist terror organization, FETÖ. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of you. So the members of this illegal organization, these terrorist traitors, members of the FETÖ organization, in an unprecedented manner in our history, they attempted our country, our republic, and they made us live this shame, and they actually damaged the glorious history of our Turkish armed forces. In line with the instructions of all levels of the political parties, you, our great nation, and the real sons of our country, members of the Turkish armed forces, along with the members of the security forces, they actually stood against this cowardly attempt. They attempted against our country, and they also betrayed the Turkish armed forces, and we have given the necessary answer to those people out on the streets and squares. So, such a thing was witnessed by our country, by our noble nation, by the Turkish armed forces, and those traitors who attempted this will be punished in the most severe manner. No one shall doubt that. Thank you. Here, I would like to particularly say one thing. During the evening, the night of 15th of July, those people who nested within the Turkish armed forces, the members of that illegal terrorist organization, FETÖ, the Gülenist terror organization, attempted a coup, and actually they attacked those who are members of the Turkish armed forces, which we call as the house of our prophet, and these terrorist people have nothing to do with the members of the Turkish armed forces, with our noble nation. So I would like to say that you, our grand nation, shall make the distinction between those who are disguised as soldiers, those who are traitors, those who betrayed our country, and the ones who are actually protecting our country against other terrorist organizations like PKK, who are fighting against all the terrorist menaces on our borders, within our borders and outside our borders. You shall make the distinction between the terrorist members, members of the terrorist organization and these villains. And you have actually made the difference. That's why I am grateful to you. I would like to thank you all for understanding the difference between the two groups. You have shown great confidence, trust, and interest to us, and thanks to this, the unity and the security of our noble nation was protected, and we are very well aware of the fact that we need to protect it furthermore. Our noble nation spared no efforts, and even at the risk of their lives, they wanted to make sure that the democracy and the will of the nation would live, and we appreciate this. We will always cherish this memory with gratitude. So, for that, in your presence, I would like to thank my august nation once again. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. The Turkish armed forces are loyal to the rule of law and democracy, and we have the attitude to act with our nation, and we have the historic characteristic of an army nation, which was further strengthened in this process. So, as mentioned by Gazi Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, we have the discourse of sovereignty belonging to the nation, which is guiding us and which will guide us forever. Those who want to die for their country and become martyrs, and those who want to defend their country and become veterans should they be injured and survive, will always work for this country. We will continue to perform our duties, and we will protect our nation and our country. Mr. President, with these thoughts and feelings, once again, in your presence, I would like to say that the attempt of this villain organization against the Turkish armed forces and our country, our noble nation, you, stood firm and fought against them, and the heroic members of the Turkish armed forces and also the state institutions made great efforts. So I would like to thank everyone who made a contribution in this process. I would like to wish God's mercy upon those who lost their lives. My condolences to the families of the victims and speedy recovery to the veterans. And I would like to greet you all with my most heartfelt feelings. I would like to greet you all with gratitude and with respect. Thank you. The victory belongs to those who believe in the rule of law, in democracy, and in the targets of our noble nation. Our noble nation, namely you, may you have a bright future.